Hello, beautiful sisters. This is Jonita D'souza, and I wanted to come in and share this energy with you, share this space with you. I just completed our first integration call after the Dark Feminine Medicine retreat, and I can still feel the hum beneath my skin. The soft, steady, powerful remembrance of those 6 days. It was a witchy retreat. So I'm here to share with you something about clearing your cache, right? But before that, I just want to transmit this essence of how beautiful this portal of Samhain was when we women gathered in this beautiful witchy Slavic land. And it wasn't just a circle of women, but it was a circle of women space holders, and we got to rest, release, and rise, descend and ascend in many ways, and the land held us so beautifully. We swam naked in the dark, freezing waters, embodying trust in the unknown. We journaled, we worked with our ancestors, we sang around the fire, we danced wildly around the cauldron. In that sacred space, we took our prayers from my community as well, and so much transmuted, not just for me, for us, but also the lineage of women behind us, ahead of us. And I realized that this time is so potent if you only tap into the energy, the frequency of it. Because this work is ageless. And what's one of the beautiful things of the retreat, the Dark Feminine Medicine retreat, was that we had women from 4 generations, women in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. But don't take me wrong, they were not there to fix anything. But they were there to uncover those deep layers of emotional suppression that simply gets buried in our day-to-day life. And hence this work is so intimate, and I love doing this work in small circles, because when each woman is deeply seen, held, and she feels honored, that's when the true power returns. And now, after the integration, what I'm noticing is a lot of stillness, and this is so potent. I wanted to share with you. Why am I sharing with you? Because now is the time for clearing the cache. Why do I say that, and what do I mean by cache, right? I don't know if you use computers or phone, you see those junk files, clear cache, right? There's always this gunk in the background of your electronic device. You need to be clearing the cache, otherwise it doesn't run in its optimal ways, right? The reason I'm telling you this is because now is the time, now is really the potent time for us to clear our inner cache. And the cache can look like emotional gunk. Now, it doesn't mean that there is something wrong or bad happening to you or happens to you, and that's what I'm referring to, but it's a day-to-day layering of all of those emotions that have actually suppressed our connection with the divine and our connection with our own intuition. And Samhain is this portal. The 31st of October, we reach literally the darkest point in the dark calendar. And then from Samhain to winter solstice is another really potent weeks. It's not much, but it's literally up to 5 to 6 weeks. This is the time to really clear the cache, right? Because in winter solstice, we celebrate the return of light. And from there on, the light begins to come little by little, little by little. And then the new year of the feminine cycle arrives, right? So winter solstice, when we work with the wisdom traditions, this is considered as the time to plant seeds. And that's when if we plant seeds during the phase of the winter solstice, that's when we begin to see shoots arising during Imbolc, which is the 1st of February, right? But then there is a huge piece that is missing, which is this phase before planting of the seeds. And this is the dark phase. This is the phase of the dark feminine wisdom. And here is where we are required to clear the cache, our emotional repression, so that we can go into what our vision for 2026 is for us, and what seeds we want to plant, what clarity we want to have, which direction should I go, how do I stretch myself, where do I grow, all of that. This is the phase right now for you to really go and plow your emotional field. This is a time to reprogram, release, experience, play with clarity, play with possibilities, so that you are ready to plant your seeds on winter solstice, right? And this is also the phase that I think we as women have totally ignored, because we live in such a busy culture. We live in a culture where we are told to go, 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 push, 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 one thing after the other. But this is the place of being in the sacred art of contemplation. And by sacred art of contemplation, what I mean is really fine-tuning, who am I becoming, who am I remembering, what are my real dreams and desires, what am I no longer available to carry forward. And then being in this contemplation, doing the clearing of the cache, doing the reprogramming, releasing, reorienting, remembering. This is the work that is required during this time. And for that, stillness is so important. So my question to you is, where can you gift yourself that time of stillness, like an intentional time of stillness, whether it is the morning, whether it is the dusk, or whether it is time before bed, but really allowing yourself this time of stillness and being in this stillness, and not with an agenda, without any agenda, and really you can just do it for 10 minutes and noticing what all comes up, because whatever comes up requires your attention, and that holds significance for your next phase. So my invitation to you is to allow yourself processes and holding for clearing the cache, and then infusing stillness time. Gift yourself, put it in your diary. It works for me when I put it in my diary, at least 10 minutes of just being in the stillness and noticing what all is coming up, because that's when the real stuff comes up, when nobody else is looking and watching or listening. And we get to meet ourselves in this point of void. And I will link some resources under this video so that you can gift yourself some of these practices that you can do to continue clearing the cache. And I would love to hear from you, what is brewing in this sacred phase of your life, in this beautiful season of the dark. I'm here to hear from you.